Hello everyone, this is Ankur Budhiraja, Assistant Professor at the BBA Department of GIMS Greater Noida. In this session of Production and Operations Management, which is BBA 303 paper of IP University syllabus, I shall be taking up the topic Materials Management from Unit 2. Before we enter into the meaning of materials management, let us first understand what materials is all about. In simple words, materials are those substances which create something. That means these are elements or substances of which something is made up. These are physical components that are manufactured and are used directly or indirectly in production of the final output. Materials can be classified as the raw materials, manufactured parts, work in progress, the maintenance, repairing and operating supplies. If we see this classification, we can easily find out and conclude that materials are directly and indirectly involved in the production of the final output. Moving on, we will now talk about what materials management is all about. Material management is the planning, acquisition, directing, controlling, and coordination of all those activities which are concerned with materials and inventory requirement in a factory. Moreover, it is a process that deals with all those tasks which are associated with flow of materials inside and outside the factory. Concluding, when we combine the managerial concept with material handling, we actually get the meaning of materials management. Moving on, the objectives and importance of materials management. Point number 1, obtaining materials at the most reasonable costs. There may be several vendors available in the market to supply materials, but a material manager has to undertake an exhaustive search of the alternative sources so that he can obtain the materials at the most reasonable costs without compromising on quality component. Point number 2, handling materials at low cost. Inside a plant or a factory, many a times a lot of cost and effort goes into handling materials and storing them. Therefore, a materials manager plans handling of material in such a way that it brings overall economy in the total attempt. Point number 3, keeping a track on quality of materials. Now this is very important because quality of the raw material or input material will directly affect the quality of the output. Therefore, every materials manager or a production manager keeps a check on the quality of inflowing materials inside the plant. Point number 4, minimizing wastages and increasing efficiency. A materials manager or a production manager in the plant has to make sure that all the wastages are reduced and the overall efficiency of the plant and the working environment increases. Point number 5, ensuring proper and timely movement of inventory. This means whenever and wherever the inventory or material is needed, the materials manager is making sure that it is delivered at the right time and at the right workstation. Point number 7, maintaining proper inventory records and having a proper control over their usage. Inventory holds a lot of investment for any business. So it is very important to maintain proper records of the use and deployment of inventory and materials inside the plant. This is a very important responsibility of every materials manager or a production manager. Last, an optimal availability of material in the plant. That means in order to keep the production process going on constantly without any obstructions and delays, it is important for the materials manager or the production manager to make sure that there is a regular availability of required material inside the plant. The next topic is factors to bring economy in materials management. Now, what are these factors? Every businessman will try to bring economy in his operations. Over a period of time, economy can be attained, but then there are certain factors or certain important considerations to be kept in mind to achieve this objective. The first one is Exhaustive vendor search. There may be several vendors available in the market to supply similar kind of raw material to the factory or to the business. Therefore, it is very important for a materials manager, or for that matter a production manager, to make sure that he is actually developing and analyzing and evaluating all the available vendors so that he can get into a deal which is really economical and cost effective for the business. Point number two, wherever possible, substitute materials with other variants. In case there is a problem in the cost of materials which you were already using in your factory, it is important for you or your experts to look for other alternatives of those materials or of those qualities so that these variants can be used to attain economy. Point number three, reduce wastes. Now, when I talk about waste, I talk about waste of energy, waste of time, waste of effort, and waste of materials. The ultimate objective of a materials manager should be to reduce all kinds of wastes inside the plant. Point number four, negotiate as much as possible. Now, this is an art. Now, and every manager must try to negotiate while making purchase of materials from vendors. Since the value of materials is usually high, negotiation becomes very easy and favorable. Point number five, eliminate unnecessary product features. Sometimes, in the effort and attempt of adding unnecessary and not very useful features in the final product, we tend to make the production process very complex. As a result, the cost, time, and effort increases. So, if we try to eliminate such unnecessary product features, the production process and the effort will come down. Point number six, buy only when necessary. This is a very important point. While if we keep a lot of inventory kept idle in the warehouse or factory, it becomes a dead graveyard. While if we have shortage of inventory, the production process suffers. So when we talk about buy only when necessary kind of principle, then it is important for the production manager or the materials manager to keep into account that whenever the need arises, only some days before the order should be placed. For that, there are statistical formulae and lot of tools to decide upon the number of days within which the order will be placed and will be delivered to the factory. Point number seven, if possible, own a warehouse and distribution service of your own. That means depending upon a rental warehouse and rental distribution services and transportation services in the long run may lead to a lot of cost. So if possible and if falls in budget, the company should try having its own warehouse and own transportation services. Point number eight, enter into cooperative purchase agreements. Now, cooperative purchase agreements are very useful for small businesses usually when they don't have a lot of money or they don't have that budget to purchase materials in bulk. Then they can enter into cooperative purchase agreements where some such or a few number of such manufacturers join hands to make bulk purchase, and the cost of the material purchase gets scattered. And whenever the material is needed from that kitty or from that pool of materials, it is used as per the investment made. Last but not the least, establish a strong control mechanism. Now, this is very important in maintaining overall effectiveness and efficiency of the plant. A good control mechanism leads to continuous check and constant check on wastages. As a result, the overall costs come down and efficiency increases. The next topic is organization of materials management department. So when we talk about materials management department, we talk about some players who take up very important positions in this department. Now we have the first one, which is the purchase manager. A purchase manager, as the name suggests, develops all the purchase policies, schedules and procedures for making regular purchases of materials. He also enters into transactions to buy necessary material and follows up with the vendors regarding quality, price, and delivery of the materials. He then reviews the order status, whether the order has been accomplished or not, and also maintains purchase reports and records whenever necessary. Point number two, or position number two, is the store manager. This person is the custodian of the store of materials. He undertakes stock checking on a regular basis, checks the flow of materials, and provides the materials whenever required in the plant. He also maintains regular store records so that the movement of material can be controlled and checked. The third is the inspection manager. He holds another important position in the materials management department. This person inspects and tests the quantity and quality of materials and rejects the substandard ones if they are found irrelevant at the source only. For his satisfaction, he draws samples of materials to test the standards and also makes inspection reports so that the final purchase decision can be taken. The last very important position is the traffic control manager. This individual plans, monitors, and controls the inbound and outbound movement of traffics within the factory. Now, traffics here refer to people and material both. The traffic control manager develops a proper movement control system through various signages such as safety stickers, traffic warning signs, danger signs, movement signals, etc. With this, I end my lecture on materials management. Thank you so much.